What a night, Joe.
What a night. So, Willie, what was your takeaway?
Well, the big takeaway is that vinyl's back. I think we all knew that. Get it on the record player and hit that. That was from the vice president. But also that the very beginning of the debate, Vice President Biden came out and really set that line in the sand of what we've been talking about for the last couple of months since that first debate, which is on this question of health care. He says Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders' plans go too far. This progressive dream of Medicare for all, eliminating private insurance, is a fantasy. I want to build on the legacy of Barack Obama and make the Affordable Care Act better. He set that distinction very clearly from the beginning. And on the stage, by the way, for the first time in a debate with the two of them.
Well, yeah, there was a lot of incredible moments, Joe, including, well, I think a real low blow. I'm going to have to say it was Matt Gaetz level. Castro versus Biden, who Castro really went after the former vice president, the former housing secretary, took him on over health care, and Castro essentially implied that Biden is senile.
The difference between what I support and what you support, Vice President Biden, is that you require them to opt in, and I would not require them to opt in. They would automatically be enrolled. They wouldn't have to buy in. That's a big difference because Barack Obama's vision was not to leave 10 million people uncovered. He wanted every single person in this country covered. My plan would do that. Your plan would not.
They do not have to buy in. They do not have to buy in.
You just said that. You just said that 2 minutes ago. You just said 2 minutes ago that they would have to buy in. You said they would have to buy in.
Have to buy in. If she qualifies for Medicaid,
are you forgetting what you said 2 minutes ago?
Are you
forgetting already what you said just 2 minutes ago? I mean, I can't believe that you said 2 minutes ago that they had to buy in, and now you're saying they don't have to buy. You're forgetting that.
I said anyone like your grandmother who has no money.
We need a healthcare system.
You're automatically
enrolls people regardless of whether they choose to opt in or not. If you lose your job, for instance, his health care plan would not automatically enroll you. You would have to opt in. My health care plan would. That's a big difference. I'm fulfilling the legacy of Barack Obama, and you're not.
I'll be surprised to him.
There were so many things wrong with that, Joe.
So many things.
A rookie low blow, obviously so obsessed with Joe Biden that he was going after Biden, being proud of working in the Obama administration, but then not taking responsibility for what went wrong. I think Julian Castro worked in the Obama administration as well. Maybe he forgot. The problem with Castro's swipe, as the Daily Beast's Sam Stein and NBC's Mike Memoli point out, Biden actually said the opposite.
My health care plan does significantly cut the cost of it. The largest out-of-pocket payment you'll pay is $1,000. You'll be able to get into anyone who can't afford it gets automatically enrolled in the Medicare type option we have.
So there's just so many things wrong with what Julian Castro said. And Mika, I want to go back to what you had just said before. If Julian Castro was so offended by Barack Obama's position on health care, which he is, obviously.
Yeah, very obsessed
extraordinarily offended by Barack Obama's positions on health care. And if he is so extraordinarily offended by Barack Obama's positions on immigration, he was in the administration. Why didn't he resign in protest? I mean, this is, Willie, it is hard to imagine how Julian Castro could have looked much worse last night. First of all, of course, the obvious low blow, the cheap shot, the ageism, saying you don't even remember what you said. But then the problem is that he got that wrong. Maybe he has hardening of the arteries at, 40 whatever, however old he is. That's what we used to call it in '07, hardening of the arteries. But it's outrageous because Biden specifically said what he said. And Castro, I counted 4, maybe 5 times. I'm going, did you forget what you said?
I can't believe it.
Did you forget what you said? No. It was Castro who was wrong. It was Castro hurling out the insults on Barack Obama. It was Castro who forgot that he actually served in the Obama administration. And it was Castro who got it wrong and through the insult, the ageism insult, at Joe Biden.
If you're going to have your big moment on a big stage like that, you better get your facts right. And Julian Castro just didn't have his facts right on that question. The idea, too, Eddie, that he's presenting himself as the inheritant of the legacy of Barack Obama and not Joe Biden, of whom Barack Obama said the best decision I ever made was making Joe Biden my vice president, is preposterous on its face. And then, frankly, to go on TV afterward in interviews, Julian Castro, and say, whoa, 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 I wasn't talking about his age. Quite clearly, that was the point of that attack, was to underline for the viewers that Joe Biden is 76 years old.
Right. I think David Axelrod captured it really well in a tweet right after he did it, that he threw the long pass and he overthrew it by a long shot. It seems to me that it was a calculated risk. It didn't work. I think it's going to hurt him. I think it's important that candidates like Castro and others, they can differentiate themselves from Obama. They can do that in a way without having to hurl insults or undermine Obama's legacy. But they can say, I think Elizabeth Warren gave an indication of how to do it. Obama set the stage. We can build on what he has done. And I think if we can go that route, we'll be in a better position. But I don't think you can go the route that Castro tried to go.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube. And make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.